Expected mothers should not ride. Once on board your safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside until the ride.
Welcome. Come on in, guys, and watch yourself. All of them, but we typically have some pretty good luck around here, especially today so far. This is going to be a very busy ride, my friends, so for your safety, please remain seated at all times throughout our adventure today. We just want to make sure we bring everyone back with us that we brought on board. But don't worry, I'm a pretty good driver. I think I'll take care of us today. Now this is a picture and video friendly safari, so if you'd like to take out those phones, those cameras, put them on live action mode, whatever helps you get the best quality as we're moving along here, go ahead and do that right now. We're going to get started here into the little maturing forest first. These forests have really good camouflage and they are kind of shy, so they're a little harder to spot. So coming up on the left over here on the hillside, there are these teen animals blending in, laying down. There's also some standing up. Those are called greater kudu. They're one of the tallest antelopes in the world. They can actually stand at about 55 inches tall at the shoulder and weigh 750 pounds. So a lot of the animals here will blend into the trees and the mud walls along the outskirts. Oh guys, look over to the left back there by the wall. There is a black rhinoceros all the way over there. And also on the right here, there are the saddle-built horses on the hill. So black rhinos can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. They can also charge at about 35 miles per hour, which is really fast for that large of an animal if you think about it. It's actually a very rare sighting because there are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the wild today due to poaching, which is very sad. So they do get poached for their horns, which are made of keratin. Keratin might sound familiar to you because it can be found in our fingernails and our hair. There's really no use for a rhino horn other than what a rhino uses it for. Okay, so coming up on the left here, laying down at the top of the hillside, there are quite a few orange animals. You might see them a little bit better as I get past the trees here. Those are called bongos. You can see one standing up on the other side there. Bongos are known as the ghost of the forest because they are very seldom seen, so consider that being some ghosts. Now their horns are very large and thick. They also slant backwards towards their head, so it helps them move quickly through the rough brush of the forest without getting caught on anything. Alrighty, now we're off to a really good start here, guys. So we're going to continue into the second part of the reserve. It's my favorite part. It's called the Safi River. So animals at the Safi River can be found submerged inside the water or next to the water, keeping their skin cool from the sun. So let's keep our eyes peeled. Now we do typically have better luck coming up on the left side of the river, but still look at the water over here and make sure we're not missing anything. Ooh, guys, look over to the left in the water here. There are some Nile hippopotamuses. Now, they are very large animals. On average, they can weigh about 5,500 pounds. Now, typically during the daytime, they'll be seen just like this submerged in the water here, keeping their skin cool. But at nighttime is when they're usually found on land. That's when they graze the most. And when they're in the water like this, they can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes at a time. Now, these white birds on the island we're passing by here are the pink-backed pelicans. They get their names from turning pinker during mating season. Their wingspan is about 7 to 9 feet in length, which is about the size of the canopy of this truck right above our head. Super, super long. Ooh, if you look over to the left here, you can see some hippos. Oh, there's a baby hippo too, right? It mixed with the tandem. Yay! Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So, a baby hippo will be born at about 85 pounds at birth. Hippos either give birth in shallow water or on shore, and they do nurse underneath the water. So, a group of hippos is called a float. So, that's a pretty big float of hippos there. Now, coming up on the left over here on the land and in the water, there are some Nile crocodiles. So, these are the largest crocodiles in Africa. They can grow up to 16 to 20 feet in length and weigh about 500 pounds on average. Now their diet mainly consists of fish, but they're also known to eat bigger animals like zebras and wildebeest, especially during wildebeest migration through the water. Now if you notice, some of them have their mouths kind of open there, so they do sweat through their mouths. It's like you perspire on their skin. Alrighty, so pretty cool. Now we're gonna head. Rebus hunters in Africa with about an 80% success rate, so they will chase their prey until their prey falls over from exhaustion. Now they have an alpha male, and an alpha female, and an African wild dog cat. They don't bark like normal domesticated dogs like we have at home, but they do communicate through a high-pitched chirping noise. Do you see some larger tan animals coming up ahead on the left and the right side here? We'll go check these guys out. So there's about 2 of them on the right and 1 on the left right here. These are Patterson's eland. They're one of the tallest antelopes in the world. They can stand at about 6 feet tall and weigh about 2,000 pounds on average as males. Now if you notice this closer one on the right side here with the smaller horns is one of the newest babies on the reserve, just a few months old. So look at how big he is for just being a few months old. Now about 50% of Patterson's population is found on protected land in Africa. See if we can go get some better views of the giraffes and I see a few more actually. That's exciting. But also coming up on the right here, there are these great animals by the tall grass. These are the white-bearded wildebeest. They are super migratory. Over 1,000 miles in a single year. In fact, they are so migratory that a baby wildebeest will be up and running within the first 15 minutes of their life, so they don't get left behind by the herd. Now, another name for a wildebeest is a gnu. That's G-N-U. They get it from the low grunting noise that they make that sounds like the word gnu. Now, listen. They can migrate over 1,000 miles in a single year. In fact, they are so migratory that a baby wildebeest will be up and running within the first 15 minutes of their life, so they don't get left behind by the herd. Now, another name for a wildebeest is a gnu. That's G-N-U. They get it from the low grunting noise that they make that sounds like the word gnu. Now, let's go check out these giraffes on the right side here. Kind of a regular pattern on their coats. As opposed to the reticulated giraffe, they have more of a rounder and smoother coat pattern. Now, female giraffe's gestation period is 15 months, and they do give birth standing up. So the first thing... Ooh, I think we're going to be alive today. So I spotted some mandrill monkeys on the rocks over here and also behind in the grass. You can see lots of things happening right now. So if I had to guess, I'd say this elephant is a male, and I guess this is because he is all by himself. So the males will leave the herd when they are mature enough, and if they don't, the females will drag them out of the herd. So yeah, a typical elephant herd is made up of mostly adult females and younger elephants. Now mandrills, the monkeys on the left side there, they're known for their red and blue coloring on their bodies that grow brighter when they get more excited. And adult male mandrill is about 70% larger in size than a female, so they can weigh up to 100 pounds. This sign right here says the road's closed. It looks a little too dangerous to try to attempt, so we're going to take a detour today. Now, I will warn you guys, sometimes when I take this detour, it can get kind of interesting, only sometimes. So, I'm just going to tell you to hang on tight just in case, and Hakuna Matata is Swahili for no worries. Yay! Look over here to the left. There are quite a few elephants. Oh, there's a baby elephant. Do you see the baby? Oh my goodness gracious. They're so cute. So, a female elephant's gestation period is 22 months. That's almost 2 years. Now, if you've ever wondered why elephants are so dirty all the time, especially on their backs, their ears, their head, they have very sensitive skin, so they will pick up mud with their trunks and throw it on their bodies to act as a natural sunblock. Oh, you see him? He's doing it right now. There's one of them that's throwing mud on his back. Now, they also have very sensitive skin right behind their ears, so they will flap their ears to cool their bodies down. They can decrease their body temperature as much as 15 degrees just by flapping those ears. It kind of makes them have bigger ears. Now, I think I saw the baby elephant headed towards this one. We'll see if she comes over here. Oh, there she is! Turn your head down. She's over there.
Oh, look at her!
We'll have gallons of water in those trunks as well. So sweet. Alright, now coming up on the left side over here, this Mickey-shaped island, looks like there are some greater flamingos. So these are the lighter shade of pink in the flamingo species. They can stand at about 3 to 5 feet tall and weigh a whopping 9 pounds. Now they are born gray, but they do grow pinker over time from the brine sugar to their down. And a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Alright, and we're going to head on into the east side of the savannah, see if we can go spot anything interesting around this part. If you look to the left, you'll see this really big orange mud pit there. So we know that rhinos also have very sensitive skin, just like elephants do. So they'll roll their whole bodies around in mud pits like that and get that damaged in the wild due to habitat loss and poaching. But there was a group of farmers that found them, brought them in on their land, kind of fenced them in and protected them, brought their numbers back up. So now there are a few thousand left in the wild just because of that group of farmers. It's cool how it all worked out. Try to go slow so you all can see. So she's laying right there. Well, there's actually 2 of them. There's one to the right of this tree on the right side laying down. She's really flat as well. Now, as everybody knows, cheetahs are very fast animals. They can run up to 70 miles per hour. And they have very good eyesight, too. They kind of have a black teardrop like savannah. Lions will hang out on rocks like these because it gives them a really good view of the area. So lions are inactive for about 20 hours out of the day, which means they're only awake for about 3 years of their life. So we'll see if we can go spot some lions snoozing up on the rocks over here. That's crazy. Sleep their whole life. And also over here to the right, yes, look over on the top. There are quite a few rhinos actually laying up there. White rhinos. Those are a lot larger than the black rhino we saw earlier. You might see them a little bit better on the other side of the rocks here. Right. You can see their paws.
Look at them.
You might be able to notice one of them has a mane in the back there. So only the males will have the lion's mane. There's so much thick fur in a lion's mane. It can weigh up to 40 pounds worth of fur. Now they do most of their hunting at nighttime. That's when they're most active. Females will have a nice tranquil and vegetated area here on the reserve. I do think I spot something already. Coming up on the left side at the very top of the hill, there's this gorgeous white animal with really long horns. This is a scimitar horned oryx. Now they get their names from that scimitar-like horns that they have. They can actually go up to 9 months without a single drop of water. Wow. They get most of their hydration from the fruits and the vegetation that they eat. It's pretty cool. Really cool looking. Alrighty, now these gates look like they have opened for us to head back towards the village. So we hope you guys are able to see some of your favorite animals. If you guys would like to see any more animals here in Africa, the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trails entrance is right by the exit of our safari. And over there you can see western lowland gorillas, zebras, hippos, naked mole rats, birds.